I'd like to introduce you to a couple of guests this morning, Mario Garcia and Nikki from Onwatrd House. We're beginning our Onwatrd House collection drive today after the service, as we do every year around this time. And they're going to share a little bit about their mission and its impact and why you should be a part of it.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to thank the entire congregation for inviting us to be here today, this morning, to give our gratitude for all the many years, decades actually, of supporting Onwatrd Neighborhood House. I was just talking to Marge, and just her alone, I think she's been doing the Christmas activities for 36 years. And I know that when we look at our letter of appeals that we get around this time, we look at names and addresses, there's quite a lot of support from the Glen Ellyn community. So I want to thank you for all of that you do for the families that we serve. We are 126 years old. We work with immigrants and low-income families. Our current programs range from preschool, after-school program, all the way now to our business incubator, because we want to help our families to build wealth so that they can provide for their families. I have a tough assignment today because I've been asked to share about what's the impact that we have around Christmas time. And it would be easier to say, well, you know, with our kids, X number of children are kindergarten ready, because I can show you documents. But how can you demonstrate the joy, the hope, and the love that you give to the families and children by giving a simple gift or a simple coat? For the children, I want you to know that you give tremendous joy because your gift may be the only gift that they get this Christmas. Your gift, for many of our kids, may be the gift that they actually wished. My first 12 years of my life were spent in Guatemala. My family struggled financially, but I still remember my first train going around and around that my father gave me. I thank both of my parents for the t-shirt, the underwear, the coat, because that kept you warm. But it's when you're a little kid, as you probably will remember, that wish that you have, that you see on TV, that you see in a magazine, that the friends at school have, that's what they wish for. So that's one of the things that you do. That's the impact that you have. You bring joy to the kids, because that's the only gift they might have. Some of the parents most of the parents are making between $12,000 to $30,000 a year. Single moms paying rent, not a lot of money left. Some of the parents at the higher end, at the $24,000, $30,000, they may be able to go to the dollar store and buy gifts, but many do not. So that's what you bring to the kids. To the parents, you bring relief and joy. Relief because now they don't have to make a choice between paying the monthly bills or buying gifts for their children. So that's one thing that you do for them. That's the impact that you have. The other one is that you have an opportunity, the parents have an opportunity to see their kids very happy for what they have. Just as an example, we had a family that moved from one state to another looking for work. They came to Onwatrd House, and they didn't have any money for Christmas, and that was last year. So the gifts that their kids received were the only gifts that they got last year. So, the parent came after the holidays, because we usually take 2 weeks off for our own staff to be with their own families. So we get all the stories when we come back at the beginning of January, and that was one of those stories. In our after-school program, we had the teachers have a pajama day before they went back to school, and of course, they have the kids volunteer. Some may not be able to. And one child came to the teacher and said, "Look, here's my pajamas that I got for Christmas. I used to have just a t-shirt, a large t-shirt to sleep in." So those are the kinds of things that you, when you go outside and you pick, that's what you're going to be providing for kids. And my experience has been all these many years during the Christmas season that we're able to see not only the joy, but I think those are the Christmases that people will remember. Those children will remember their Christmases forever, just like I still remember my train toy from my father. So thank you for the support. And I'd just like to have Nikki talk a little bit about the impact that we have with I think she has the story of our pizza person and how successful he is now because of the services that we provide.
Thank you. Thank you, Mario. Does anybody receive our newsletter here? One person? Okay. See me after and sign up. So we have a person who delivered a pizza to Onward Neighborhood House a couple years ago, and he wrote us a letter earlier this year saying the impact that we had on his career. After he delivered the pizza, we signed him up, and he was able to get a certificate in mousing, which is just moving the mouse, and that inspired him to have a career in computer science. And so he's actually now getting his master's in computer science because of Onward Neighborhood House. So you never know what kind of life you're going to inspire. So that's my story about that. So please see me and sign up for the newsletter, and we'll talk about our impact. Thank you.